This is the pay-per-view that we've been all waiting for. Evolution 2 is currently in the works.
Hair versus hair match for Mandy and Sonya.
And the paparazzi queen Melina is interested in joining Robert Stone brand. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is Diaz.
And Paloma Star, the Sriracha Muchacha.
We have to talk about Evolution 2. Evolution is the best experience of my life.
So jealous that you were there, by the way.
I'm jealous of myself. I look at myself in the TV and I'm like, wow, I was really there. This is news out of nowhere. But according to Fightful, WWE is getting ready for a WWE special the weekend after SummerSlam on August 30th. They're deciding if they're going to divide SummerSlam into 2 weekends, how they kind of did WrestleMania and like how they're doing Great American Bash, or they're thinking of doing the Evolution 2.
Surprise Pikachu face. I hope so.
I mean, I think the signs are there. They are building a lot of women's storylines.
They really are. So there'd be a great way to kind of like all the storylines heading into that would be a great way of knowing where your storyline is headed. Because I think that's kind of the problem with a lot of women's storylines is that you don't necessarily have an end game. So having Evolution will be a great, nice little way of wrapping up or really showcasing a lot of the women's storylines that are going on right now.
You're right. So last Evolution, which was in 2018, I remember making a video like the week before Evolution saying that I want my $300 back. Because they announced Evolution around like SummerSlam time or something like that. They announced it a long time ago, but they really didn't build a lot of storylines, but so women had to do a lot of like heavy work on the show. The pay-per-view was freaking amazing. But right now, it's just so organic. Like women are like dominating every single week of WWE TV. There's so many stuff going on. They're main eventing every week. Yeah. So I think this is going to be just organic.
How awesome would it be too to have feature even more NXT stars now? Like I think the coolest part of it like was like the battle royal, like who's gonna be in it, who's gonna return, who's gonna make an appearance and stuff like that. But I feel like now that the fans are not gonna be there more than likely, I'm pretty sure like 99% there's not gonna be fans there. I think you'll be interested to see how wrestlers who you don't necessarily see often do with that. And I think that's when you really see their character shine in the like the little things, even if they say stuff or like, you know, talk shit to somebody. I think that's when you really shine and you could really see who they are as a character.
Oh my God, I didn't think about it, how all the crowd's gonna be men.
Oh yeah.
Just like watching.
I really hope it comes through. I really hope they do it. It's very much needed. I actually kind of wish it was an annual pay-per-view. I don't know why they didn't do it for 2019 too, but I really wish it was an annual pay-per-view just like any other pay-per-view that they have.
I really hope this happens. So it's not confirmed yet, but they are in discussion. So we'll see what happens very soon. I mean, this is the week of Women's Evolution, so maybe they'll make a big announcement this week. There is another interesting news kind of tag along with this Evolution news is that WWE is looking into debut Tessa Blanchard on Evolution.
Oh, I did not see that coming, but all right. They like to hire problematic people, so okay.
So here's the news. According to PW Unlimited, former Impact champion Tessa Blanchard could emerge at Evolution 2. And Wrestling Observer Radio has also said that WWE is eager to sign the free agent Tessa Blanchard. We may see her debut as like the hot new signee at Evolution.
And the thing is, she's so talented. She's so good. I just don't want everything else that she does outside of the ring and what she's known for and all the stuff about her to outshine her talent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they could like put her in a boot camp of like sensitivity classes or something. I don't know. I would seriously be so surprised if they do that.
Especially with all the firing they did. I'll be surprised if they're hiring new people. But if she does come in, who do you want to see her face?
Oh my God, everybody. Jeez, her, Bianca, her and Mercedes Martinez, Rhea would be good too. Sasha Banks.
I don't know if you remember, she jobbed to Alexa Bliss in NXT. I want to see that happen again.
Yeah.
Interesting news about Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, who's currently MIA. It's speculated it's something COVID related. We're not saying that they do have COVID or not, but it is reported that more than dozens or almost 30 and plus superstars are not on TV because of COVID related situation. So Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are also gone from TV because of that. The Ringside News reported that WWE was planning to have Sonya Deville and Mandy Mandy Rose at SummerSlam, and the stipulation they had for this match was hair versus hair match.
I love that. That's amazing. It's such a big storyline and so like personal storyline because they were friends. I mean, that would be epic. Hair versus hair matches are really, really big in Lucha Libre in Mexico. So it would be super awesome to see that here in such a major company, especially with women in the States. So usually how they work in Lucha is that obviously whoever loses gets their hair shaved or cut. In backstage wise, that person losing gets a percentage of the gate. Like, so you get, not only do you get your normal pay, but you get a percentage that you negotiate if you lose your hair. So if a whole bunch of people come see you get your hair shaved, guess what? You're making out so much money. And I know this because the local lucha company asked me if I wanted to do that. Asked me if I wanted to lose my hair in the hair versus hair match. And obviously, I still have my hair, so I said no. But if it was like an awesome storyline and like AAA or CMLL, I would totally do it.
That's how Molly Holly became millionaire, getting the cut of WrestleMania entrance fee. That's not true. Vince will not give her that. The bad news, by the way, is that this is no longer the case. The match is not happening because the match did not make the final cut. So it is so sad.
Who do you think would have gone over?
I honestly don't see Mandy Rose cutting her hair. I'm sorry.
I think Sonya Deville could totally pull it off.
I agree. I think she would be amazing with the shaved head. I think the reason this is not happening is probably COVID related. So I hope this happens again soon. Maybe Evolution.
An Evolution.
Yeah, please. This is going to be amazing. Thinking of Mandy and Sonya's storyline, the storyline writer, Andrea Listenberger, is rehired.
Yay! It's probably because they saw your video and they're like, let's see what she said. Okay, she didn't say much. We'll hire her back.
You're right. You are loyal.
Yeah.
Congrats to Andrea. Go watch her interview. She's in WWE, so, there you go. Remember Vanessa Bourne?
Yeah, I do.
She was part of Hire with Aaliyah. She's been gone.
Where has she been? Yeah.
She's gone.
Out of nowhere.
So she has been MIA, and then she deleted all the WWE related stuff from her Instagram, and she just started posting artsy stuff. I literally thought she was fired. I was gonna reach out to her and ask for an interview. But here's an update on Vanessa Bourne. She's apparently promoted to the main roster.
Since when?
Fightful Select reported that Vanessa Bourne has been called up to the main roster. She was actually called up back in January or February, which explains why she hasn't been on TV since then. And then while she was waiting to debut, she moved back to Arizona, and WWE hasn't flown her back since then. A lot of things changed since her promotion, so I think she's just waiting to see when she will debut on the main roster.
Wow, that's news to me. All right, cool. Good for her. I mean, I'm excited to see what she can do because I don't remember too much of what she can do.
I mean, the thing is, I know that a lot of the fans are very interested in her and Aaliyah. A lot of the fans, even in that duo, were drawn to Vanessa Bourne because she has amazing charisma. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what she'll do on main roster. Next news is on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair has been off TV for a while, but we're keep talking about her. We can't stop talking about her. Apparently, she has a big TV show coming up.
What? Really?
So there's two different news on it. So first, when it was reported, they said this is going to be a reality show about Charlotte Flair coming up. And because of the show, she is likely to postpone her return, and she will return after SummerSlam. But the updated news from Pro Wrestling Sheets is saying that instead of it being a reality show, it is actually a scripted show. Scripted show in a big network.
All right, cool. Awesome. Actually, I think her being gone for a little bit, it's going to be really good for her because it's going to make a lot of people miss her. And when she comes back, we're like, oh, yay, Charlotte. Because I feel like a lot of people were already kind of all right, we get Shayna's new and she keeps on being shoved down our throats. And now that she was gone for a little bit, now she's revived and people have missed her and have actually yay, excited for her again. So I think this is really going to help out Charlotte and her doing other stuff, other venues. That's awesome. It keeps the women wrestling up in the forefront and maybe into mainstream media.
I'm really curious because I know that Charlotte is pretty charismatic in WWE. From little I've seen outside of the ring, I thought she was pretty reserved. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how this reality show is going to be.
She has more of an athlete sense of her as opposed to a performer sense of her, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously she's amazing, but I feel like her outside of the ring is more of an athlete as opposed to a performer. Right. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
She's super polite too. I love this interview she did in India or something. It's very clear that she doesn't really understand what the reporter is asking. And she was like, what?
Do you know Dilip Singh Rana? Say that again?
The person who has really like outside of WWE popularity is Bella Twins, and like them or not, that is something to be respected because getting the love outside of the wrestling is a different thing from getting success in the ring.
And I think it's hard for either male wrestlers and female wrestlers to break that mainstream barrier because for some reason like they're not seen as on par of others. So it's always really exciting for anybody, whoever it is, to break that threshold.
A lot of the Four Horsewomen, Becky Lynch has been rumored to be on Marvel. Sasha Banks rumored to be on the Star Wars brand. Now Charlotte Flair. So we'll see how the Four Horsewomen will deal with the Bella Twins' popularity. So the next news is the Melina paparazzi queen. She is interested in joining Robert Stone brand in NXT. So Robert Stone has been brutally attacked by Shotzi Blackheart and her tank. He was ran over and Robert Stone was murdered.
Oh my god, I'm dying!
On live
as
TV.
he said. As he is recovering from the terrible tank accident, he tweeted out, the nurse tweeted out, "This is Robert's nurse, Suzanne. He asked me to post this to his fans." And then they posted this graphic saying, "Name a dream client for the Robert Stone brand." And replying to this, Melina said, "I'm Melina. I'm an entity like no other, and I can take any venture and make magic with it," which is very true. Yeah, so she was like, "Call me. I accept no less than success. Let's do this. Hashtag."
If this happens, oh man, I would love it. I mean, Melina, I don't know. I wish she was around the WWE product as much as like Trish and Lita were for a bit. Like, I miss her so much. She was super big influence on my career. I mean, I used to do the Melina entrance for crying out loud.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. But sometimes I was too short to reach the ring, so I would just like stand on the apron and then do the split. I think there's a picture of me out there somewhere doing it. But I really, really love her, and I think she's like so underrated. Like she's amazing in the ring, and she has such a great character and charisma that her being added to this would be perfect. I hope it happens.
Yeah, I know that a lot of the random superstars sometimes like respond to these like call for recruitment and stuff like that. But Melina's brand actually aligns perfectly with Robert Stone brand and Aaliyah. I think her coming in as like the mentor, it'll be great.
It really would. That would be awesome. It could be even like a whole like a pageant mom type deal, like when she's like trying to make Aaliyah better and like going through the moves and like getting mad at her and stuff. Like that would be kind of cool. Eminem was amazing. How they would come out with the paparazzi and everything. It was so good.
I want this to happen. Let's tweet this out to Triple H. Last news. This is a super cute news, but Tegan Knox revealed her relationship. She posted a photo on Instagram with her girlfriend on Universal Studios on Friday. And it was the cutest thing. She posted these photos with the caption, "Life is good" with the rainbow hearts. So cute.
How cute. Is her girlfriend a wrestler as well?
I don't think so. Her girlfriend Sierra also posted the same photo saying that it's hard being the famous one in the relationship. Yeah.
What a great caption.
I love the NXT superstars, especially just the diversity down there. And this is just influencing the people growing up watching WWE. And this, I am so happy for it.
And I'm so glad too that they're able to feel that it is okay for them to reveal their whoever they love in public without them risking, oh, what if I don't get booked? Or what if I, get taken out of the storyline? And like, it is awesome. And it shows progress and growth. And sometimes in the wrestling world that doesn't sometimes show progress and growth. So it's awesome that they're able to feel that they can say who they love publicly and not be afraid of losing their job.
So that is this week's news and rumor. Paloma, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and on Teesprings too. But you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Paloma Star. And DS, where can we find you at?
You can find me at DSShin on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. And you can find this periodic table of women's division, which talks about actual evolution of women, not some WWE version of it, on our Teespring. All right, I'll see you all soon. Bye.
Bring back Evolution.